It's definitely different.
Down, okay.
He's tall, number one.
Are you in love?
I am.
Oh.
See? Don't be asking me shit.
Okay, last question.
I don't like
Can
talking
you see
about
yourself
love.
marrying him? I like them young to just nibble on.
Okay.
But I know when I'm ready for a relationship, I like maturity. I fuck Trump. He's rich.
You fuck Trump?
Yes.
Okay, even after he said there's only 2 genders.
Oh, don't put it.
How do you feel about?
I'm very particular in how I talk about the trans community.
Right.
Because I know with certain things you say it could be very harmful, and that's what I'm never gonna do.
Do you feel like being gay is a sin?
Around town like he the shit, but behind closed doors he be taking.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tori Hart, and we are here for another episode of Brutally Honest with Tori Hart. And today I have he got the internet on fire, okay? He lighting it up everywhere he go. He's so full of life. He's so positive. I just had to have him here. I mean, y'all, I need y'all to make some noise for my man, okay? Not the little one, but the big one, Big Sexy!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. God is good, looking good, smelling good. I'm good.
Smelling good? You got
Anytime somebody asks me, they say you good, I always respond back in text. I'm always good.
Yes,
I'm
even when you're
always
not,
good.
you are.
I'm good.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So listen, it's like, look, I got some cards here, but I'm gonna just jump right into it, okay?
But do a little bit of card action too, please.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna give you some card action.
So I can just feel like I'm,
give
you
you
know.
some card action.
Okay.
But right now, okay, what I know you from is you uplifting women. You started uplifting women. You do your walk, okay? It's the sexy walk where you behind the women and you jump in. First of all, how is your ass getting up that high in the air like that? Like, what kind of exercises are you doing that you just jumping up like that?
You know what's so crazy? I know a lot of people may not believe this, contrary to popular belief, but I was a football player from 9th to 11th grade. So I still have a little bit of agility in me to be able to jump and move. I'm a big guy, but I'm a big guy that knows how to move.
Okay.
And so you know what's so crazy? Just a little joke. Every time I do the walk, I challenge myself just to make sure I still got that agility to whoop some ass.
Okay.
So every time I'm able to complete the jump and I come down, I say, okay, bitch, you still got it.
Oh, okay.
Every time. Oh God, every time. And not one time that I have done a walk, I didn't think that in my head. I said, okay, you got it. Because I eat burgers and fries and mozzarella sticks. So when I do my jump, I'm like, okay, just in case a nigga ever hit you, you still got it.
Okay, now, so was you a tight end?
I don't even remember what I was. I was the one that do the blocking.
Okay, you was the one that do the blocking.
Guard.
The guard? What is it? I'm trying to. So you was defense.
I think.
He was
I was the one that pop up and do like this.
Oh, he was offensive. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
One of them.
So Sexy. All right, you've been labeled a lot of things, okay? And shy and quiet is not one of them. How do you handle all your haters? Because I know you probably get a lot of haters. You get a lot of love. With a lot of love comes a lot of hate, right?
Yes.
Okay? So how do you handle these haters?
Oh, I love it. And I know that sounds so cliche.
Right,
But I think what happens is when you're creating a brand for yourself, when you're creating an empire, you have to be okay with knowing that people are going to talk about you. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. From Tori Hart to Beyonce to LeBron James.
Right.
If you are building an empire, people are going to talk. But I always tell people the beauty about it is a lot of times your haters don't even know what they're doing for you.
Yeah.
They are literally putting you in rooms that you've never been in.
Right.
That is what happened with the walk. Initially, I was starting doing the walk on the rooftop. I did it with my big girls, my plus size women.
Right.
It would be people in their condos, online, everywhere, sharing it, recording us, talking, not knowing they was pushing me into rooms of people who've never heard me before.
Well, so they were hating, like, what is this nigga doing with this walk?
Yeah,
Why is he
ew, it's
doing this
disgusting.
walk?
He's fat. They're fat. They look nasty. It's gross. Why are you showing that? Ew. Everything under the sun, but they didn't even understand they were going to push me in the hands of Candy Burris, who didn't know who I was, but she's seen so much of me being shared.
Right.
And so a lot of times your haters don't even know they're doing the work for you. Yeah. So I love it. I kid you not. You can say whatever it is that you want to say about me. I love it. I've heard it all. As long as I'm not molesting a child, I'm not doing anything to a woman, you can say what you want. Fat, disgusting, it is what it is.
Right.
That's your opinion.
Okay, and I heard you say molesting a child, right? Because for whatever reason, when there's a gay man around, or a gay man, why do people always think that a gay man is going to come after a child or something because he is a gay man?
Yeah.
Like, why is that? What is that?
It's a stigma that was created, and it's an ignorant stigma.
Right.
Because I think what happens is, especially in our community of black people, we don't understand that gay black men are not a monolith. So we come in different shapes and sizes and forms and personalities. And so because you may have seen one instance of that going on, now you want to put us all in that category. But we come in different shapes and forms, and that doesn't fit every bowl. There are straight people out there who molest. There are white, black, Chinese. It just does not fit for one category. But it's a stigma, and it's a stigma that we have to constantly break. And another stigma, a lot of times people think when you choose to be gay that you've been touched. I've never been molested. I've never been touched. That's not my story.
Did you choose it? Do you
damn.
or do you think
been
you
a young punk? When I tell you, I say that all the time. Been a young punk.
Did you say so you
a young punk.
When you were how old?
I'm talking about 7, 8. It's bad when we get. I've been looking at men like, I'm so attractive, so handsome.
Right.
Like even since to this day, love a black man.
Right.
So beautiful, so handsome. I've been new, baby.
Okay.
I'm talking about 9. I'm talking about high school wearing bangles and pocketbooks.
Right.
To high school, been a young punk, literally.
Right.
Sashaying. People think this walk is new. It's not.
Okay.
Been acting like this. Been walking like this. I gotta find a lot of my old videos, and then it'll connect the story of who I am.
So now they say sometimes that, that gay men, it's okay to like sleep with another man. Do you feel like being gay is a sin?
No. Not me personally.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think when it comes down to religion is the reason why you do have a lot of black gay men who hate themselves. Because what happens is you wake up in the morning and you say, this is what I like, but then you read in this book that's given to you that was created centuries ago, right? And now it's telling you that who you are, you're not supposed to be. So I don't really get too consumed into that. And then I also don't really get consumed in what people think as well when it comes down to fake ass religious people. Because a lot of times, especially in our community, when it comes to religion, it's nothing but a whole bunch of fake ass motherfuckers abide by some shit that they don't even live on their own. So even when it comes down to men, when they feel like, oh, you shouldn't be gay, and then you ask them, how many baby mamas you've married? And they say 0. And that's, what the hell, you got 5 different kids from 5 different women. So your opinion, I really don't give a fuck about. And that's a lot of people. But then when you turn the mirror on them, right, a lot of times people can't take that. So for me personally, I'm not a gay that gets consumed in religion. I get consumed in being a good person. I do believe in a higher being. I believe in God, but I'm just not a super religious person. I'm not.
Yeah, you're spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah, because here at the end of the day, you're clearly being blessed.
Absolutely.
I mean, and you always give praise to the Most High.
Always.
I mean, I constantly see you saying thank you, God, and giving praise. So this religious, misconception, would you say is old and outdated and
And you know what's so crazy? To be fair, though, I get it. Because a lot of times when it comes down to religion, we only going by what was taught to us. If we were taught Chinese, we would speak Chinese. A lot of times we were taught to eat watermelon and fried chicken. Not everybody. I'm using that as an example.
I love
So a lot of times, even when you talk to a lot of people, when you go to restaurants, they could be at a 5-star restaurant ordering chicken fingers. They don't know how to order filet mignon. They don't know how to order asparagus. As small as that may sound to some people, we live that lifestyle. But that's all they were raised on. So they don't even know where to begin of thinking outside of what was given to them. So a lot of times I don't fault them on that. Just don't bring it my way. Because then I'm going to start dissecting you and all the things that you've done in your life. If you have more than 3 baby mamas, don't tell me shit about no Bible. Fuck you.
You giving
no
grace.
Opinion, and I'm giving grace, but I'm just adding that on to 10. Down.
1.
Because that's the reality of what it is. And I think what happens to it, I'm saying black because we're black. But it's all racist. What happens is a lot of times we live in so much turmoil, it makes us feel good to point the finger about what somebody is not doing, what you're not supposed to be doing. So I don't get consumed in that. I'll tell a motherfucker quick, fuck you. Literally, I have been living this life. And I tell my mother this all the time. And because my mother's a religious woman, but she loves her son. She allows love to override any religion of how she feels.
So how does she handle this? Like,
she loves it.
but she just knew because you know, I'll be honest. I have a lot of friends. Okay, I have some friends that are for it and some
Yes,
friends that are not.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I literally posed a question the other day and I was like, is it still, you know, a sin to be gay?
Yes.
And I got so many different answers.
Yes.
And, you know, so her being a religious woman, when you first told her, how did she take it?
I didn't even have to tell her. She said it. I tell you, I've been a young punk.
Okay.
And I mean that. I think, again, being fair, I do get it. Because when you have a child, when you have a daughter, a son, there are just certain things that you envision for your child in a selfish way, but not in a bad way. You envision a home, a family, a career, a wife, the things that were taught to you, the things that were indoctrinated in you, the things that you know.
Right.
And so I get that your child may be coming to you and saying, I want to be trans, I'm gay. That is out of the norm of what was taught to you.
Right.
But I just think as a parent, you don't get to just throw your child away. Because at the end of the day, every single person who is in here right now, we did not ask to be here. I did not ask to be on this land at all.
Right.
So I think as a parent, sometimes you have to just allow your love to override your religion or your feelings of how you feel, because in my community, people don't even understand when it comes to parents, a lot of them got their kids fucked up.
Right.
Because a lot of them have to go and resort to selling their body on the street. A lot of them have to resort to being homeless. A lot of them have to resort into doing things that are out of the norm in order to survive, because they had parents who didn't allow love to prevail over everything. And so I think for me personally, I tell my mother this all the time, and she laughs and she cries. It's like a bittersweet to her. She literally made me a monster, because this personality is not a facade. This is who I am. If you know me in real life, I'm Sashane at Walmart. That's the way people recognize me all the time. My mother never called me out of my name. Never.
Okay.
I'm talking about never used the F word, never called me out of my name. She would allow me to play with Barbie dolls. And I'm talking about, I have a religious mother that would give her life for God.
So did you have a father in the home?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How did
Both
your
of
father
them.
take it?
They love me.
Okay.
And again, my mother still, like, if I was to get married to a man, she wouldn't show up to the wedding. Because I just know her. Because her religion, she's just conflicted in that, but she's never gonna allow who I am to be one of the parents to say, I'm not talking to my child.
Right.
It's been, like I talked to some of my gay friends, they'd be like, I haven't talked to my mom in 5 years. I'm like, what?
Right.
My mother calls me every day like I'm 10.
Yeah.
So
well,
we just
you don't want to miss out on all of this.
That too.
Sexy.
And you know what's unfortunate too? Not my mother, but a lot of times when it comes to being gay, they only accept you when you're successful. And so when you're successful, that's when they want to create a relationship with you. I didn't experience that, but I know a lot of my gay friends. That's why when you look at a lot of gay men, especially in Atlanta, and not even in Atlanta, if you look at any gay men for the most part, they are successful, because that is the only way they can accept, their family can accept them.
You gotta
if
fight.
They're successful. Absolutely.
I mean, well, it's like you have to fight. You can't be no gay bum.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I ain't never seen no gay bum on the street.
Yeah, and that's how, and really too, when it comes to being gay, that's how you do your big one.
Right.
Or your brothers, your family, your friends, because a lot of times you pull up, your brother still staying with your mama. You nigga, you really can't tell me shit.
Right.
Your cousins, y'all still bums, ain't taking care of your kids. Bitch, I'm pulling up Range Rover 2025. New truck, bitch. And maybe you need to partake in being gay so you can level up your life. So that's what it is.
Wait, so you saying the dick in that butt be motivating?
No, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I'm telling you, we be so bossed up, especially 2025. I'm talking about getting to the bag.
Okay.
Man, all day, every day, for real.
Okay, so you grew up in New York. Mm-hmm. What part of New York?
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
Yes.
When did you leave the Bronx?
I left when I was 11.
Okay.
And I moved to Savannah. My grandmother got sick.
Okay.
And so she left her house in my mother's name in Savannah. And so she just took us down to the south.
Okay, so got to Savannah.
Yes.
Was that culture shock?
Oh, it was so rough. I think Savannah also made me who I am. It was rough.
Okay.
A lot of people, and that's why even as an adult now,
right,
I don't like to be around confrontation. I don't like to be around arguments. I center myself because Savannah made me into a demon. And a lot of people don't know that side of me because I've just matured in who I am as a person.
When you say demon,
I had to literally fight in order to get respect. I had to do things out of the norm to get respect. That's why when I was having a conversation with one of my friends a while back, and he was telling me about his prison experience, doing things out of the norm because you had to, I was able to relate on a whole nother level.
Right.
Yeah, he may have did things on another level of violence, but I understood. I was able to relate to the fact of doing things in order to survive. Because if you didn't, then you would get tried again and again and again. And so that was me. I had to.
Have you ever been to prison?
No, I haven't. I went to jail. Glory to God. I've been in jail for 2 weeks. Yeah.
How was that? Did you find a boyfriend?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Never want to go back.
No, I
Jesus'
mean,
name.
did you meet anybody?
No, because I was just so much in a culture shock. I couldn't even barely talk or eat. So I wasn't even able to really do no meeting.
Okay.
But yeah, I did 2 weeks, child. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what did you do to land yourself in jail?
So making a long story short, I got in an altercation. He ends up lying on me, saying that I robbed him. And so they end up putting a warrant out on me.
Anybody I know?
No, this is a...
Oh, okay.
And he ended up saying I robbed him, so they ended up putting an armed robbery warrant out on me.
Mm-hmm.
And so once they got down to the bottom of it, they realized it was a lie. They got the footage, everything, and I was released. The charges were dropped. So I spent 2 weeks in there.
So do men hit on you, like famous men? Have you been hit on yet by any famous men?
I don't want to lie, no. I wouldn't say,
okay.
what is your... Because, you know, famous is subjective. So what do you mean famous? What is your definition of famous?
If you Google them, we gonna know who they are.
Not on that level, no.
Okay.
No, I can't sit here and lie, no. My DMs, 90% is women saying they love me, they adore me.
Has women ever offered you?
Yeah, and I'm not interested.
So women be
It's so
offering you
crazy.
pussy?
Them more than... It's so crazy because I would say them more than men. Because see, the type of men I like, I have to find them at gas stations and stuff.
Okay, what type
But-
of men do you like?
Street niggas, mainly. But women probably hit on me more. I don't know if it's because I'm a big man, but they hit on me more than anything, and I'm not interested. I've never been with a woman in my life.
Oh, so you were like a unicorn gay.
Yes.
That's what they call it.
Never
unicorn
kissed,
gay.
touch, nothing. The first woman I ever seen naked was my mom.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to the strip club as an adult. That's it. I've never been in an intimate situation with a woman and seen her naked. That's how I know all men are not gay. And I know you may say, of course all men are not gay, but you know, they like to come up with this thing now and saying, all men are. That's
gay.
not true. I've never been with a woman in my life.
Not even a stud?
Not even a stud. I've never desired a woman in my
strapper?
life. Never.
Okay.
Never kissed, never touched, nothing.
Okay.
So I know there are men out there who don't desire another man. They want something soft, pretty.
Right.
So, you know, I've never touched a woman in that way, ever.
DL men, though, they say that's rampant in Atlanta. Like, what would you say the percentage is out here in Atlanta?
I don't know.
What do I need to watch out for?
When I tell you I don't know, next question, I don't know. I don't know, baby. That one gets real sticky. I don't know. Contact me, because I don't do no talking book. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm available. I don't know, baby. I love you down, Tori. You can't mess up what I got going on.
Okay, no, I ain't trying to mess it up. I'm just asking a question.
Contact me, baby. I don't know.
If you could be in a relationship with somebody who is famous, okay, a man that
G
you
Herbo.
find,
Yes.
okay, he is a street nigga.
And it was my favorite. Love him.
Wait, but you know G Herbo got 2 baby mamas.
So?
You said you don't like them.
No, I ain't never said that.
Well, you said 3. You did say 3.
And I ain't never said I don't like them. I said don't judge me. As long as you don't judge me, I won't judge you.
Would you slide in his DM?
No, I don't do stuff like
that.
Just come for the queen. If you...
G Herbo? I don't know if you still
I don't know what it is. I love street men.
Street.
I
You said
love
street.
them. They is my favorite. I promise you. I know it's so bad.
Right.
But I love them.
Yes.
Love them. Personality,
Is
swag,
it them, you know, you like watching them on the corner sling that rock?
I don't know what it is. It's a little mixture of all.
The music.
A cunt can't do nothing for me. Nothing. I love them hood.
Okay. So let me ask you this, okay? Now, you've been candid about your experience in relationships. How do these personal stories influence your content? Like when you're putting your content out?
That's a good question. You know what's so crazy? I've never been in a real relationship in my life, a real committed relationship. I've just watched a lot of my peers go through different things.
Right.
And so it's so crazy. I think it scarred me to the point that I don't even, especially now in my career, because I got so much going on. And I know a lot of times, not all, because you can't find your Russell Wilson like Ciara, somebody that's equally yoked, right? But see, I take him like that.
Russell, right.
Russell is different. And everybody say, yeah, when it comes out of Russell don't gotta be a street nigga.
But she left the street nigga for Russell.
And you know what? She went opposite of what she normally like, and she found her king.
Yes.
But you still gotta understand, Russell is a multi. So it's different. It's them niggas not on his level. But I would say I have watched a lot of my peers. It scarred me.
Okay.
I'm sick because especially my girls, and of course I know it's a lot of phenomenal men out there who watch this show, who watch my content, but I have experienced a lot of phenomenal women waste their good years on men who are not shit, who come into the situation to kill, destroy, and steal. And I've been watching this since I was 13, 14, walking my female friends through situations, seeing them be good women, seeing them lose their career, lose themselves to relationships. So a lot of times when I'm talking to my girls, it may not be from personal experience of things that I've experienced, but it's just watching other women journey, and it's just like, wow, you was amazing. You could have been a nurse. You gave your career away for a man. You could have been an amazing entrepreneur. You gave your career away for not a good man. Excuse me, let me be very clear when I say that, because there is a lot of good men out there. But then I've seen a lot of women waste their good years, good time on a man that's not gonna give it back to them in return. So that's where a lot of my love and passion comes from.
Comes for doing it, doing, the walk. Because, I mean, that... You're motivated. Like I said, I came across you like candy because people were sharing, and
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
right. And my first instinct was like, "Who is this?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I was like, "Oh, he's empowering women." Because especially in this day and age, black women, it's mostly women that are empowering each other. I don't really know. I'm trying to think of straight men that I can think of that's like really empowering black women. I mean, because I know we're always looking to empower the black man, but I can't really think of any straight man that's really. Can you?
Right, and now? You know what's so crazy? I have a love for it's so crazy because I'm not attracted to women. Right. But I have a love out of this world. And again, I want to be clear on this too, because I know all women are not perfect. Oh yeah. Because I think a lot of times too, I've seen people say, "You make it seem like women are perfect." No, I know there's a lot of fucked up women out there. Let's be clear on that. Right. But for me personally, and my life journey, women have been my saving grace. Okay. For real. Right. And real life. I'm talking about from me getting bullied, from my career, from my businesses, from my content. It's women who love me. If I was depending on even my own community of LGBTQIA, I would be fucked. Right. I would not be living the lifestyle that I'm living right now if it wasn't for my girls. Right. My big annual birthday convention that I have every year. Yes. When I want to look at the ticket sales the other day, it's 90% women. So I have to honor who's honoring me. Right. Yes, God.
Okay, and look, that was my next question. What inspired you to start it, and how has it evolved over the years?
So initially, when I first started getting a bag, I said, well, I'm gonna do a birthday party. Okay. Like, I've had birthday parties before, but it was just on a smaller level of like birthday parties that my friends may have thrown, my parents have thrown for me. But when I started making a bag and I was able to pay for my own stuff, I said, oh, I wanna do a birthday party. So I had rented out a sneaker store and I did a sneaker ball at a sneaker store, all pink. This was 5 years ago.
Okay, sneaker ball, all pink.
Yes, it was all pink. I end up looking at my receipts afterwards and I was like, oh, I spent so much money. Right. Oh my God, I spent like $20,000. I was like, oh my goodness, this is just
$20,000?
Yes.
On what?
Food, security, the venue. It was expensive.
Oh, so you
once everything was once everything was totaled up.
Right.
So I went and looked, I'm like, oh my goodness, that was too much money I spent.
Right.
I said, what can I do to get a bag, celebrate, and also allow other people to get a bag? Right. I said, oh, let me do a fashion show. So I did my first one. It was amazing. I did my second one. It was amazing. I did my third. And so that's when I started doing my annual fashion show every year. And every year they come and they show. It's mind blowing to me. I'm not even an emotional person, but that makes me emotional. Because it's just like, people don't have to spend their money. They don't have to come out. They don't have to do those things.
Right.
We're in a time right now where people are like this with their chips. They're keeping them tight.
Well,
so to have 2,000, 3,000, it's mind blowing to me. I'm appreciative. I'm humbled. I'm thankful. It's an honor. I'm for real.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's your energy too. It's, it's magnetic. And like I said, you're empowering people. You're uplifting. So people don't want to be around energy that's not bringing them up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and you effortlessly.
There she goes. She got it.
I'm like, shit. Okay, that's why I said, when I seen it, I was like, oh. And you know what? And let me take this back too. When I said black men are empowering black women, because I take that back, because I have some really empowering black men in my life that empower me. I'm just saying, who are famous and out in the spotlight.
Yes.
I don't really see that.
Yes.
Outside of gay men.
Yes.
I see gay men always are uplifting black women. So.
Because I think we live not the same experience, but maybe just slightly close of just feeling like we're at the bottom of the totem pole. And so I think that's where we find our camaraderie with each other.
Yeah, and I'm tired of people saying we are actually the top. That's why they hate on us so much.
And you know what too? You know what I've learned too with a lot, and you could clip this because this is gonna go viral. What happens is a lot of times with straight men, not all. I'm not talking about all, because you can't do all. Even when you do a DNA test, it's not 100%. It's always 99 point. So I'm not saying all, but a lot of men who are straight, the reason they're homophobic is because what happened is in life, in media, in the world, you was taught that you had to be a certain way and operate a certain way and talk a certain way and be masculine in order to be successful. And what happens is you see a whole bunch of sissies living their best life, being successful, rich, climbing to the top, and you realize that you were a failure in your life. And you realize by playing by the books didn't get you no motherfucking where, but where you at in your life right now. So you see a whole bunch of men who are able to walk in their truth, walk in who they are as a person, be real and honest about the living lifestyle and be successful doing it. Because we were taught that we had to be men, whatever that means, you know what I'm saying? But we were taught that we had to operate a certain way, think a certain way, move a certain way, be tough, and you see a whole bunch of sissies living their best life, fab, paid. When I tell you I can stand next to, and I mean this in the most humblest way because I hate being that way, but stand me next to 10 men that you just pick off the street. They not seeing me bank account wise, lifestyle wise, opportunity wise, and I'm a flaming sissy. And so I'm able to really live in my truth of who I am.
Okay. Well, men are supposed to be protectors. I mean, that's the natural order, right?
Yes.
Protectors, providers. Okay, so I don't know if it's necessarily, strong, but definitely protectors and providers, because the women are supposed to be nurturers.
Yeah, I'm that too, though. Being a flamboyant gay man, I'm a provider, I'm a protector. That's in my nature, I guess, of what is just indoctrinated in me.
Right.
But a lot of times we were taught that we had to act a certain way. You couldn't be feminine. You couldn't play with Barbie dolls. You couldn't cry. You couldn't express yourself in fashion. When you look at fashion now, you have straight men dressing like gay men. Let's just be real. That's just what it is.
But
the head wraps, the culture. Well, just the femininity in it of who we were. This was our style first. And so a lot of times we were downplayed for who we were and how we dressed. Until now you see the rappers wearing head wraps. That was us. You see the flamboyant, flaming pants. That was us. These designers that are hot, Marc Jacobs, all of these girls, they're girls.
But Marc Jacobs is gay though.
Yes, so, my point exactly. So, and these are the designs that Marc Jacobs been putting out. And now you see the rappers, they're wearing it. And they've made it cool. And they have the hair wraps is what gets me. Because if you would have went back to 2001, the hair wraps would have never even been thought of.
Now let me ask you
the
this.
The scarves.
You said your dream guy is G Herbo.
Down.
Right? Okay. So if you saw G Herbo dressing like what you just said, because you said you like thugs, would you still find him attractive?
Down.
Really?
Because I know what's underneath all that.
Okay.
Once I get the peeling, it's still him.
Okay.
It's different if I knew he was just,
right,
a cunt. Then I know that's just just who he is. But if he was styled that way,
right.
Once I get the peeling, that'll just be who he is. I didn't need the real him.
Okay.
So no, that wasn't mine to me at all.
You said it wasn't mine to me at all. Okay.
Who is your celebrity crush? Ah, that shit a hot seat! Who your celebrity crush?
Hey, I'm
yeah.
interviewing you.
Ah, make this go on the blog. Period.
I need my attorney.
Ah, okay. Plead the fifth.
I need my attorney. I need him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Denzel Washington, kill, fuck, or marry?
Marry.
Marry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wisdom. Yes.
So you like the older guys? You okay with that?
And you know what's so crazy? I like them young to just nibble on.
Okay.
But I know when I'm ready for a relationship, I like maturity. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a balance.
Okay.
Ignorance, I don't do well with ignorance at all.
Right. Okay.
So you can't be too young-minded.
Okay.
I would rather take wisdom than young-minded. Because the young ones are fun, but some of them, when you get to having a mindset, that's where you lose me. Ooh. I want to be able to talk to you about politics and street things.
Right.
If you could give me a little bit of both, then you amazing.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, you must take a Gemini.
Yes.
Okay, Drake. What do you feel about Drake? Kill, fuck, or marry? Fuck. Yes. Okay, fuck Drake. Future.
Fuck. Future getting fucked.
Yeah, because if you marry Future, you're fucking stupid. Okay? Because we know he's not the marrying type.
Who else?
I was saying Future is not the marrying type.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
no.
G Herbo.
Fuck!
That's it? You don't want to marry G?
Both, but you only can choose one.
Oh, okay. Well, you said fuck. I thought you would want to, because if you marry him, you fucking him for life.
Well, marry.
Okay. Will Smith.
Fuck!
Fuck. Okay.
Yes.
Chris Rock.
Kill!
Why? Because how he fucking did that to Jada?
Chris Rock is not particularly my type. Love him though, but...
Okay. Damson Idris.
Fuck!
Oh, yeah, he fine. he's
Boom!
Yeah, he fine. He young, so you just fuck him and keep it moving. Yeah, for sure. Idris Elba.
Fuck! Oh my God. Idris is cold. That's a cold middle-aged man.
Okay.
Cold.
Sexy Santana.
My sister?
No, Saucy Santana.
My sister?
Yeah.
That's my sister.
Why you say sister?
That's my girl. That's my friend. That's my homie. That's my dog. No,
he more like
I can't
a
do.
Sister?
Yes, I can't do nothing with him. I'm not killing him. I'm not fucking him. Who?
Lizelle.
His ex?
Yeah.
Kill. I don't do exes or friends. No. Zell is cool. I love you, Zell, but no, baby.
Oh my God. No. Donald Trump.
Woo! Because I need a career. Love you? No, I can't do nothing to Trump.
Sex, fuck, marry, or kill.
No, I can't say it without
You gotta pick
I don't
one.
need it.
You
God bless you, Trump. No.
You are brutally honest.
No. No, I can't do nothing with Trump.
What he gonna do?
No, what I really, no.
He can't do shit.
No. You want to send him bad hands after that?
Trump can't do nothing.
Fuck. I fuck Trump. He's rich.
You fuck Trump?
Yes.
Okay, even after he said there's only 2 genders.
Oh, don't put me.
How do you feel about that?
Just, oh my God.
Trump said there's only 2 genders. 2. 2.
I don't want
We
Trump.
were born with a vagina and a dick, okay?
Oh.
And now he's saying everybody else that's running around saying that they are trans or that they were born this way but they want to be a different way. Trump says no.
I think with that, this is coming from a white man who's lived a white experience. And so when it comes down to being trans,
right,
that's more so not saying that there are not Dominican, Hispanic, white, but I think more so when it comes down to black, that's an experience that we live.
Right.
And so even me as a gay black man, I'm learning when it comes down to trans. So I'm very particular in how I talk about the trans community,
right,
because I know with certain things you say it could be very harmful, and that's what I'm never gonna do. Because I think it's important to know, especially as black people, we're not free until we all free. And so I make it my business every day to learn and grow as a person. Damn! That's just the reality of what it is. And I'm making my business to learn and grow every day when it comes down to trans people. Because I never want to speak out of place because I know that certain things can be damning and dangerous. And so I just am very careful when it comes to that. But I feel like be free and love who you are.
Yeah, be free and love who you are. Yes, that right there. I don't understand the trans community. I'm one of those people that don't really understand. Like to this day, I still be like, okay, they said they were born feeling like they're inside their different body, but I'm like, God don't make mistakes. At least that's what they tell us. God don't make no mistakes. So is it, do you feel like maybe it could be mental health, or is it, delusion?
And I love that you're honest, right? Because I think what happens is a lot of times when it comes to our community, we take things so offensive, instead of trying to educate people or even be open to having a conversation. Because I do get that certain things are just new, kind of like piggybacking off of what I told you earlier, dealing with parents. Anything out of the norm of what was taught to them is different, is weird, it may be strange. And I understand that. However, the reason why me personally, as a black gay man, I could never fix my mouth to say that about a trans person. Just me personally, is because I know the experience that I've lived. And I know how people perceive me and talk about me and make it seem as though who I am, I'm not supposed to be, and I wasn't born this way, when I know what my attraction was since I was a little boy. And so for me personally, I would never tell somebody the experience of what they may feel they are. And that's just the reality of what it is. Because me personally, the reason why, because I can understand what you're saying, because certain things, even though I'm a black gay man, I don't agree with everything. But on the flip side, I just feel like, why would a person go out of their way to be even more discriminated against? If it wasn't something there of how they feel, or it wasn't something there of what it is in their spirit that is just not allowing them to be free on who they are. Because the reality of what it is the government is trying to make them not exist. And so why would somebody want to go out of their way to be discriminated against? But that's just my personal take on it. But I get it. And I think as a community, and when I say community, I'm not even just talking about LGBTQIA, I'm talking about as a black community, we have to just educate and have more of these discussions.
I agree with you 100% on that. That's why I had to bring it up. Because like I said, I'm very, very open. I don't judge. I just try to understand.
Absolutely.
I remember that trend was going around. We listen and we don't judge. I was like,
and it's important to do that because even when it comes down to, I meet a lot of straight black men, and once they get to know me and meet me, they're like, nah, you actually really cool. Very educated, know what you're talking about, can have a conversation, because I'm not a monolith. And that's what happened, because you see a lot of more flamboyant gay guys. They are more pushed to the media, and so when you think of gay, you don't understand that they're masculine, they're androgynous, they're flamboyant, we come in different shapes and forms. And so I think it's just about growing and learning and educating yourself on, our community.
And so gay has been around since the beginning of time.
It's been around since the beginning of time, and it's never going to stop.
It's never
It's never going to stop. Ever. And that's just the reality of what it is.
So you're telling society as a whole, what? Like,
kiss my ass.
No,
when I tell you, I can't wait until I do my documentary, because people are going to gag when they see me as a little boy. They're going to be like, your mama used to let you act like that. I'm talking about that's why she can get whatever she want out of me. She can have my soul if she needed it. Because she allowed me as a little boy, I was wearing fur coats long. I was going to school with bangles. And I'm talking about my mother is a religious woman. And even in the inside, if she may have been cringing like, oh my God, my son is fucking gay. She never ostracized me or made me feel like who I was, I wasn't good enough. And so that's why now you see me as a 30-year-old adult and I'm in Walmart, I'm sashaying. Bitch, I'm comfortable in who I am. And that's just the reality of what it is. And so you either take it or you don't.
I'd rather see you sashaying than in there walking around like miserable.
But a lot of people can't take. Because what happens is they want you to be in a box. And if you're comfortable in who you are and you like who you are, a lot of people can't take that. They can't. That's why a lot of people don't like people I love people who confident in themselves. Just don't play with me. But I love people who know who they are. You know you handsome, you know you pretty, you pop your shit. Because you ain't affecting what I got going on, because bitch, I know who I am too. But a lot of people can't take that. When you confident in who you are, especially when they feel like who you are you're not supposed to be, they can't take. They never could take.
Yeah.
They never could take, and that's why I live.
Yeah. Live. Yes.
live,
Keep
Tori.
living.
Yeah.
Keep growing. Keep building. All of that. Like,
Yeah. Thank you. I love this production.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
I don't think
I want to ask some questions now.
know what.
Tori only can interview
I'm
me.
like-
That's not fair.
Well, it is my show.
Yeah. Remember Wendy Williams? And thank you for coming to my show. Y'all remember when she did her like that?
I mean, but did you know what? I'm open. Ask me a question. Ask me. You have.
Remember, do y'all remember when Wendy Williams did that?
I don't.
When she told Omarosa, well, thank you for coming to my show.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But listen, I'm gonna look it up.
Down.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question, I'm ready.
Okay, come
Who's your
on.
celebrity crush?
I told you I need my
Stop!
attorney
Don't
present.
do that, Tori.
I need my attorney present.
Okay, can you give me a guess?
I don't really have one.
Actor.
I don't really have a celebrity crush.
Okay, do you got a boo right now?
I do.
Is he famous?
He's not.
What he do?
He's a painter.
Ooh, murals.
Murals. He designs. He creates. Yeah.
Are you in love?
I am.
Oh.
See? Don't be asking me shit.
Okay, last question.
I don't like
Can
talking
you see
about
yourself
love.
marrying him?
We've had the conversation. But
Damn.
I don't know, okay? I do not know, all right?
You scared of marriage?
I am. I am
That's
scared of marriage.
honest, and that's real.
So,
I mean, I don't want to be married.
I do. I do
don't.
want to be married, but I'm just scared of it. But I do want to be
Why are you
married.
scared of it?
Because the first one ended in a divorce.
But that don't mean anything.
It does. It means that I probably still have some trauma to get over.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's, you got to keep living and learning. I think that's what it's
I'm
about.
always living and learning, but
But I think this one maybe just have more things in place.
it's definitely different.
Down, okay.
He's tall, number one. So
Oh.
already it's a little more.
But do he got, no, I can't
His
answer
bank
that.
account
Sorry,
it ain't like that.
no, I know it's cute,
Okay?
but I know it ain't like
It's not
I
like
know
that.
it ain't
but
like
guess
the
what?
phone.
But guess what? That's why I'm doing this, so mines will be there.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
Down.
Down.
And there we go.
And there we
Thank
go.
you for coming to the Tori
Okay,
Hart Show.
thank you for coming to the Tori Hart Show.
Period.
I'm Tori Hart. This has been another episode of Brutally Honest. Big Sexy. Tell
Yeah.
the people where they can find you at.
You can find me at Big Sexy Official on all of my social media platforms. Thank y'all so much for having me. It was amazing. I'm an open book. I love talking about shit. I love talking about topics and life. And I want to come back, baby.
And you will,
Because I have
too.
so many amazing things on the way. Y'all gonna gag.
Listen, you are welcome back anytime that you want to come back. I welcome this energy. Please come visit me. And also, I gotta do the walk with you.
Yeah, I gotta get you in there.
Yes.
The girls are gonna gag.
Okay, we gotta make it we gotta do something different.
Oh, the
okay?
girls are gonna gag.
Okay.
I'm ready. We'll talk.
All right. Y'all
Thank
heard
y'all
him.
so much.
I'm doing the walk with Big Sexy. I'm Tori Hart. Peace, y'all.
Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you knew that. Girl, you better read his gangster lean. Pay attention to everything. Walk around town